Lina was a quiet kid. In school, she sat quietly at her desk. Whenever the teacher asked questions, she never raised her hand, even though she knew the answers. She loved to draw, write stories, and dream, but when it came to speaking up, even saying hello made her chest feel tight. When she saw her other classmates participating in extracurricular activities and receiving awards, she often imagined herself on stage. But overcoming her shyness and fears seemed like an impossible task. She dreaded class presentations. Even at birthday parties, she stayed in corners, quietly sipping juice, while the others laughed and played. But there was one place where Lina could be herself. Her bedroom, at night, with the window open. She'd look up at the moon and whisper her thoughts like a podcast meant for the sky. Today, I wanted to say hi to Sarah, but I panicked. I wrote a poem today. I wish I could read it out loud someday. No one answered, but she always felt lighter. One day at school, the teacher announced a storytelling day. Each student will share a short story on stage next Friday, she smiled. Lina felt her stomach drop. That night, staring at the moon, she whispered, I can't do this. What if they laugh? What if I freeze? But somewhere deep inside, another voice answered. What if they listen? So she tried. Quietly, secretly. She practiced in front of the mirror, recorded herself on her phone, whispered lines while brushing her teeth. She didn't tell anyone. The night before storytelling day, she almost backed out. Her mother, sensing her nervousness, asked her what the matter was. Lina confided in her mother, and said, I want to try. But I'm scared. Her mother took a deep breath and smiled. She spoke very gently, you can't hear the music if you never press play. Lina looked puzzled. Her mother then said, stroking her hair, your fear is a visitor. Let it come. But don't let it stay. The next day in school, Lina went on stage. Her hands were cold. Her paper shook. Her voice wobbled. She remembered her mother's words. The time had come to press the play button. With hesitation, she started narrating her story, a tale about a small bird scared to fly. It was like she was narrating her own story. She wondered if anyone would be interested. But halfway through her story she looked up, and saw someone nodding. Someone smiling. Someone listening. And something amazing happened. Her fear didn't vanish, but it stepped aside. She narrated her story a little more confidently now. Lina felt happier than she ever had in a long time. As the years passed, she gained more confidence. Though she was still shy, but she started participating in school events, and to her surprise she actually enjoyed herself. She had finally pressed the play button and now it was time to enjoy the music. Years later, Lina, now in high school, was a confident young woman. She ran the school's story club, helped younger students prepare for their first presentations, and volunteered at a community center, teaching kids how to speak with courage. She still talked to the moon sometimes, but now she shared her voice with the world too. One evening, a shy girl named Tina stayed behind after club. She whispered, I get so nervous. I can't even say my name properly. Lina smiled and said, I used to be just like you. But someone once told me, fear can visit, just don't let it stay. You can't hear the music if you don't press play. Being brave doesn't mean having no fear, it means speaking even when your voice shakes. When you find your light, don't keep it to yourself, pass it on.